Good day, guys. How are you doing today? I am here in our little farm, apparently pulling out asparagus in my wedding dress because, that's a thing. You notice I changed her to this little scooter here because I don't know, driving around in a tractor with that outfit she had on, with the outfit she's got on, it was just kind of rude. She's got her knees up in the air and yeah. She made about as elegant a bride as I ever would. Like, I've never really been the glamorous type. I can dress up. Okay, I can totally dress up. I can look glamorous, but I never particularly feel it. I don't ever feel like, oh, I'm Cinderella. I just feel like, what am I doing in this outfit? But that's everybody's different, right? I feel a lot more at home in a pair of riding breeches and boots. But I am doing this really quick here because it is spring and there aren't any of these planted, and I figured it's a good time to do that. And yes, I do have the mod on. One of you posted a thing saying, oh, if I water my plants, I can get 2 harvests in. I've done this particular this particular festival a couple of years back. So, I've been done with it for a long, long time, and I've done it on more than one farm and, blah, blah. I've got all that stuff going on. But I don't really need to. I can just, I turn a mod on because I only do this at all for other people to come and visit the farm. So I just do this. I turn a mod on so that it grows really quickly. If you come to my farm, and if you don't know about the mod and you aren't using the mod, all you have to do is that you can harvest, and if you get here in the spring, replant, absolutely replant, and then just leave the farm and come straight back, and it'll all be ready for you. So you can get, you've got about 17 minutes in the season. You can do this for 17 minutes straight and get as many of these as you can pack in. So keep that in mind if you come to the farm, or if you haven't finished this, or you got into this festival late, as I did. You can come here and just get crop after crop after crop during the spring season. You won't have any problem getting a bunch of them done. So feel free to come and do that. I have been leaving the game open, even when I have other games open. This computer manages to leave this running and play other things, so that's worked out pretty well, and I haven't had to turn it off too much. So yeah, you feel free to come on in. Like I said, you can see it's growing almost instantly because these don't take very long to grow, and all you have to do is just leave the farm and come back, and they'll all be ready to plant again or to harvest again. It's just a quick log in, log out, and everything will be here for you. So I better not do this last one because I'm going to run out of time, and I don't want to have too few here for other people. There's just those 2 extra. So there, I got that in. When I logged into the game, spring was almost over. So I always have that mod on during events for other people. And it only works on field crops. It does not work on your trees or your flowers or your animals or fish. It's only the field crops. But it's quite nice during an event like this that requires you to plant a lot of field crops. So, and of course, if you're a guest here, you can plant the 100 I have plus another 100. So if you went through and harvested, planted them all, left and come back, you could end up getting, several hundreds right away. So keep that in mind if you need to do, if you haven't finished this yet. And the unicorns are just right over there. You just have to hike over and pick them up. So there we go. That's it. That's all. But I will get these watered. I just don't have this area sorted out yet. I'm not sure if I think I'm going to plant more crops than this, like over here. So I'll be I just want to put them in the same pattern. They're 100 long. They've got the roads between, blah blah. So I'll be actually taking these fields out and making them like this just along this row. at least a few more there, and then that will be all I have for field crops. With my animals, I'm thinking about doing the animals the same way I've done the fish. Now, it will mean that I have to be the one who goes and harvests them, but I don't know that that's a problem. I think I'm just going to use this great big field over here and just put the animals down like they're out in an open field with trees and blah, blah, blah. And just have a farmer at one end. As long as you have them connected to some degree, they will, they'll be okay for, for being, they'll all be fed. And that's the only important part, right? Oh, somebody planted ginger for me. Am I on the right farm? What the hell is happening with the 10 million stuff here? Oh, bloody freaking hell. You know what's happened? I've got the mod on for you guys because of the event. And how much do you want to bet my dog was up here mucking around? She did this on another game too. And she got up here, and if you hit the wrong buttons, you trigger other things on the mod. Let me check the mod. What is on? And the thing is, they're not actually on at the moment. Okay, one was, but they've been turned on and off again. So how much do you want to bet my dog was up here mucking around again? She's done this to me once before. She has done this to me once before. And I caught her that time, so I knew it was her. So that means I have to go back and look at a VOD and see how many, or one of my recordings, and see how many diamonds and ribbons I had before, and then get into the file. Oh God, it's not real complicated, but if you don't take the steps in the right way, because Steam does a backup, right? If you don't do the steps in just the right way, it doesn't work. So you have to make sure that you don't get a backup to Steam, but you need a backup on your computer, and then you can go in the file and you can change that number, and I can put it back to whatever it was, and then kind of reconnect it to Steam and let it, back online to go back to the cloud and update there. And if I do it all correctly, it won't just keep going back to this. Well, that's a little irritating. The only, and quite frankly, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much with the diamonds and the ribbons, because I've got the warehouse level. The diamonds are really just superfluous at this point. I'll only use them for buying decorative stuff, and I had plenty to handle that already. And the ribbons, quite frankly, again, that's going to be mostly decorative stuff. There'll be a few plants that I want to buy, but I had plenty for that too. I mean, those two don't really make a difference. But I don't like the way that looks. It just irritates me. I have one farm that I did, I had actually tried that on purpose. And I just lost interest. It was like, well, there's nothing to work toward. It's like, oh, everything is there, except of course gold. Gold is always going to be a problem for a year, because if I want to level up those not crafting stations, but the workstations, the little greenhouse thing, the filter for the fish pond, blah, 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 that sort of thing. If I want to level those up, it takes literally trillions of gold. It takes a long, long time. But that's the one you can't get past the 10, no, I guess it's 100 million. If you use the mod, you get 100 million gold, and 100 million gold is nothing. Some of the higher levels of those stations are 9 billion at a time. So like it doesn't even make a difference. So it really, those two being high like that really doesn't have any particular effect on this farm at all. This is an older farm that got recycled. It had a bunch of stuff already, but still, I don't like looking up and seeing that. I just noticed it. I just looked up and thought, oh, somebody planted ginger, but I've got so many diamonds already. And it's like, wow, I got a whole lot more than I thought I did. Well, dang. Anyway, well, that's irritating. I will want to fix that, but I won't want to fix that today. I know I can, because like I said, this is not the first time my dog's been on my desk and I've had that mod thing open, and I've gotten stuff I didn't plan on getting. She tends to get up every once in a while and she sees me tapping away at the keyboard, so she gives her a shot too, right? It's like, is this fun? Let's go try. I've seen her. I've caught her on my chair sitting here slapping at the keyboard, kind of looking around to see what's going to happen. Oh, Bella. Oh, gosh. It is a little funny. She's destroyed a few games. She's deleted some stuff. It's not always fun. Well, no, it's always funny. Sometimes it's horribly inconvenient and a bit of a problem, but it is a little funny. Is this supposed to be fun? Just kind of clicks on it, looks around and goes, well, what's happening? I don't understand. She tries. See, Bella wants to be a gamer, right? That's my baby. She wants to be a gamer. Anyway, folks, so, you know what? I'm actually going to call this one done. I got a little sidetracked here. I just planned on planting those. And then I want to find a spot for a nice little, magical wedding venue, right? And I can't decide if I want to put it, in a little spot like between the lake there, or actually, what about this area? That's pretty big. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I need that much room. I want to, it's going to be someplace pretty and nicely defined, right? It needs to be someplace cute, but big enough to do a nice proper venue for it. If this island here in the island, this spot in the middle was bigger, this would be great, because then I could put a forest around it, right? Which sounds kind of fun. Oh, I love those rocks. So yeah, I want a spot where I can enclose it in a forest and have it, kind of private and magical. We'll have little dancing lights through the trees and all that sort of thing. But I had planned on spending some time thinking about that today. And then I just looked up and saw what my doggy's been doing. That's my baby. Anyway, so, this is maybe not bad. We could have the river surrounding it and a forest around, and move the house into here. Where would we put the house? I don't know, we could put the house like this, and then have the wedding venue run along there, like with chairs on either side and all that stuff, and then surrounded in flowers. Maybe. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's go pick up. The house isn't quite done yet. I think I have one stage left, but I can't wait to see the house. So, ooh, look, is what it's going to look like. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, so where was I? I was over here. I mean, that might do. That might be okay. Let's go have a wee looky. Or, long ways. I need room to put the stuff down. So if the house were in that direction, how would that go? So that would be the center steps. We'd have an aisle down the middle, chairs on either side, and a forest around about, the river right there. This might be a nice little spot, yeah? This might be okay. Actually, that might be just fine. Although I think I'd want to move it down. If I move it down further, do I have enough room to make it proper? Because I'd want... This might be okay. Because I would want a lot of trees and stuff behind. I want those floating candles making everything sort of glisten and being very pretty. This might be it. This might be just fine. I'm going to let the house finish off. It'll be done here in a few hours, and I'll do the next recording then, and we'll set this up. Anyway, so I have word of warning. If you use the WeMod growth and you don't want to have all of your things just given to you on a platter, don't let your dog use your computer, okay? Just saying, folks. Give it some thought. Take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks to your comments and thumbs up. You're darling. Bye.